To dismantle a master's house, you got to use the master's tools. Social media for social change. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. When I started this, in 2006, it was called Get Shorty. Shelia Dixon was Mayor Dixon then. No, she was Councilman Dixon then, because that's when Governor O'Malley was still Mayor O'Malley. Governor O'Malley created a mob machine. Shelia Dixon, Brandon Scott, Nick Mosby, Marilyn Mosby. He seeded y'all. And he got something on each and every one of y'all. Now Fox 45 owns Shelia Dixon. Well, we're going to tell the story about the money in Baltimore. Alright? Y'all made me famous for toilets, and I'm going to run with that. Barbra, Mikulski, Shelia Dixon, y'all was at Councilman Welch's birthday party. The mother. Y'all took a picture. That picture is a classic. It's all about this. Right here. You see that? Baltimore's the city that reads. Filming a documentary about racism in the judicial system. That's Barbra Mikulski in 2009. Prosecutorial immunity doesn't apply to Barbra Mikulski because she ain't a delegate, or she's not a representative of the country anymore. She's a private citizen. If Blagojevich can go to jail, you got 52 members of the Democratic Party that can go to jail too. That's the Shorty program. I gave you the program, and y'all got mad. I gave you the political program. You feel me? I gave you this. Religious callings, health, construction, horticulture, photography, journalism. Yeah, I gave you the whole program. I gave you George Clinton and Shorty. I'm a copywritten criminal. Ain't no law against making a movie. And that's a prop for a movie. You go to T.J. Smith, he got a deck of cards from Las Vegas, Nevada. 701 West Jefferson, Caesar's Palace. That's my mama's address when I lived in Las Vegas. T.J. Smith been sitting on this evidence since he was Johnny Oleski's right-hand man. He was also with Kevin Davis. You was in the room. You got evidence and knowledge, and now you at the radio station and you won't speak up. If you deny you know me on earth, is you going to deny you know me in heaven? Well, one of us ain't going to make it there. I'm Shorty. I'm the cook in Baltimore. I'm also a weaver in Baltimore. I work with Best the Book Bus. We're giving out over 1,500,000 books in 11 years. And these are the seeds that I sow in Baltimore. Traded the penitentiary for the plantation, cotton for cocaine, and you made our community, the black community, the cash crop. This is from Africa. You stole us from Africa, and now you're stealing us off the streets. That's Scott Shellenberger. And that's Governor O'Malley. Alright? And that's Judge Bell. And this is the money you make off the penitentiary and the penitentiary. That's a bail bondsman. And that's Double D Bell's bondsman. He was in, ask him about me. He know me very well. Donnie used to come to my store. You got a lot of police officers off the gun task force that didn't get charged with murder, and they committed murder. Y'all came in my house and put guns to my head. It's the art of getting money. Governor O'Malley's mob machine. I use a toilet because a toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. A toilet take your shit every day. Y'all made me famous for toilets. I'm an activist. I'm not a terrorist. That's Eric Holter, the Department of Justice. That's Brother Insurance because I was insured for $1 million. I had $1 million policy. You feel me? I had $1 million policy. See that? Acts of terrorism. I was insured against terrorism, and y'all charged me with terrorism. See my policy? 2007 to 2009. Feel me? And I paid my policy off. That's Miss Stephanie Rollins Blake. She had that when Shelia Dixon went to jail. That's Stephanie Rollins Blake. And that's the IRS. I'm out $250 million. And no taxes was paid. That's Governor Hogan and Al Redmer. Y'all use y'all's positions of power to protect that corruption. That's Jane Miller, the I-Team. You got FCC violations. Y'all see me catch Jane Miller at the Baltimore County Library. And I checked her about that. You feel me? I checked her about that. And I'm going to check her again wherever I see her at. Like I said, I was insured against acts of terrorism. And y'all charged me to be a terrorist. It was about the Stop Snitching video from 2006. I was making a documentary about it. The war on drugs. That's Adrian Jones. That's Kwaisi and Fume. That's Asselbrook. And this is a toilet. Did you use a toilet today? You're going to think about me tomorrow. Because I'm selling these toilets with these books. $100, you get a toilet and a book. Baltimore, Rewired, the money behind the machine. Selling them for $100 a pop. Welcome to the shit show. Welcome to the shit show. You feel me? We're going to show you your policing and your police in Baltimore and Lake County, Illinois. We're going to give you the great race debate. You feel me? We're going to give you Iraq, Iran-Contra. We're going to show you about the drugs you put in our communities. Yeah. Like I said, I put it in the book. That's Judge Holland, Judge O'Malley, Judge Turnbull, Judge Pearson, Judge Bridges, and Judge Rossetti. And these are your judges after the ceasefire. You got to end the war on drugs. And that's my whistleblowers application. That's the Democratic Party. And that's Scott Shellenberger. Like I said, I got 5 books. And I got all these tapes. We're going to say goodnight to racism. Don't be late. Talking about the 13th Amendment. The money you make off of black bodies in Maryland. I ain't Papa Smurf. No, we call it in the whistleblowers application. You feel me? That's Governor Westmore. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. Ghost from Christmas past, Christmas present, and we're going to talk about Christmas future. I want exoneration of the Supreme Court. You got my paperwork, and it's very clear. Y'all got my paperwork. President Biden, Department of Justice, you received that. You received that. You got that. You're talking about Thurgood Marshall and Public Accommodations Act, 1964, the right to access to court. I got a Shorty program. And that's Governor Hogan and me. That's Governor Hogan, me, and Yummy. And Yummy been making a lot of money off of paintings and pictures. The art part of Baltimore, the art part of Maryland is $2.5 billion, the art industry. And I want what belongs to me. I want my art and my activism. Marilyn Mosby just got convicted. She going to be a snitch. She going to start telling. Because everything Marilyn Mosby got, she got to turn over. It'd be in her best interest to cut a deal. Governor Hogan, you a private citizen too. You won't be running for office. You're going to be running from a federal investigation. Robert Harding, Rod Rosenstein, Alan Lippy, Alan Locks. Yeah. All of y'all got to turn that over. Eric Barron. I got a file on all of y'all. The same way y'all had a file on me. That's evidence. Received. All right. February the 2nd, 2011. I never got a trial. None of these cases, I never got a trial. The first case was for $54 million against Governor O'Malley, Bank of America, SunTrust Bank, and your prison industry. The second one was I never got a trial. I was kidnapped. The third one was I never got a jury trial. That's Judge Papaya, Jake Davis, James Hammond, Brother Insurance, Bank of America, SunTrust Bank. The money y'all was moving while I was locked up in another state. That's Eric Holder in the Department of Justice. That's Illinois, Maryland, city, county, state, and federal levels. I exhausted my remedies under the law, and Governor Hogan got that. It's a legal notice. I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I ain't a jailhouse snitch. All right? And I wrote up my brief, and y'all got to accept that. You see who got it? Governor O'Malley, State of Maryland. Governor Quinn. And it's right here. I just went to see Duckworth. That's Illinois. That's me. In Waukegan, Illinois. I never got a trial. Please allow 30 to 60 days. I'm not Emmett Till. I want my trial. I want my justice. You're not going to bury me. And that's Governor Hogan. You feel me? And that's City Hall. I exhausted my remedies. I own Shorty's. Right here. Shorty's Underground. And that's Governor O'Malley. Sheila Dixon was a councilman then. All right? Council president then. 2006. See the date? November 26th. It's almost to the date. Get Shorty. Revenge is the best served cold, and success is the best form of revenge. See the date? 2006 is 2023. I ain't got no justice yet. That's the Maryland General Assembly. Governor O'Malley, Governor Hogan, Governor Glendenning, yeah. Governor Ehrlich, Governor Westmore, the Maryland Black Caucus. I am Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? Taxation without representation is a denial of my constitutional rights. That's the Civilian Review Board. And if you go to Dana Moore, she got a flag. Joshua Harris, Dana Moore, the Civilian Review Board. Kaylin Young, that's excessive force, abusive language, harassment, false imprisonment, and false arrest. I met the criteria. See that? That's the Department of Justice, 2007, because I told y'all what I was going to do to y'all. I told you I was blowing the whistle on the war on drugs. It's Martin Luther King. I applied for his job on February the 6th, 2011, and y'all locked me up for doing it. If you deny you know me on earth, are you going to deny you know me in heaven? I applied for his job. See that? That's Marcella Holland, judge. See that? 1402 Lochner. Motion for a public hearing. I never got that hearing. I never got that trial. That's Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake. That's the Creative Alliance. And it says right here, 2015, Dear Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake, Commissioner Davis. All right, I'm writing you this letter. That's to let you know I was making a movie about you. Respectfully written, Shorty. Because I never got no justice. That's Senator Cardin's office. I just came from his office the other day. That's 4/16/2013. I left the information there. Miss Gion got it. All right? My whistleblower's application. That's Senator Cardin's office. You stand for Israel, but you won't stand for me. I'm an American. I'm not a Palestinian. These are your elected officials. An email will send you to jail. If Blagojevich can go to jail, so can everybody that got this. That's from DD Shortman at AOL.com. The government took my AOL account. I redid it with a Gmail account. You feel me? And right here it says, to whom it may concern. It says that I am no longer part of the Ridge Country Store, so y'all shouldn't have been signing no checks. You're a private citizen now. You can go to jail. Like I said, there's 52 of y'all. That's Natasha. She's the state public defender. I need the state public defender to take my case. That's the Constitution. You feel me? The First Amendment. The First Amendment. You see that? This is the Department of Justice, Washington, D.C., 2014. You're going on 10 years. That's me. And that's my Department of Justice ID number. All right? So, Natasha, contact the people so we can get this. I want a trial. I never got a trial. I'm not Emmett Till. I don't stutter when I talk. That's President Obama. Whistleblower's application. All right? November 2nd, 2016. November. Remember that. November. And it's all right here. I informed Ashley Lanza. All right? She works for the government, the United States Department of Justice, and I got your serial numbers there, the Facebook pages. Right here, subject, grand jury investigation. You feel me? Grand jury. Grand jury. That's Ivan Bates. That's Kunta Stanley from WBAL. You see who it is? That's the ACLU. You want to read it? Dear Ivan Bates, you're going to take office on January 3rd, 2023. The oath calls for you to defend the Constitution of the United States. This is the Ivan Bates, and he ain't did it yet. These are the movies I was making. The First Amendment, Letters to Zion, Get Shorty, Baltimore, Rewired, Letters to My President, Being Black and White America, Trading Places, Shellenberger and Shorty, Governor Hogan, The New George Wallace. Yeah, these are the movies. Westmore and Shorty, The Story of Freedom, Social Media for Social Change, Mic Check, Shorty Pull Your Mask Up. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. You got that? You got that? Kidnapping. $250 million intellectual property. Ivan Bates, you got that. That's the Maryland Legislative Black Caucus. All right? And this is from 2009. Like I said, you kidnapped me from my home, 1402 Lochner. And these are your elected officials. You see who it is? Kathleen Pugh, Brave Boy, all the way down the line. Dutch Rupersberger, Senator Ben Cardin. That's 2009, 1402 Lochner, Ben Cardin. That's the District Court of Maryland. State of Maryland, Governor O'Malley. You feel me? 2012. That's when I filed it. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. I served my country. 2023, 2024, you're going to serve me. That's possession of cocaine and marijuana. February 1986. I turned in guns and drugs to the police at the police station to end the war on drugs. Dwayne G. Davis, Shorty. See the case? Report number 1986. Waukegan, Illinois. That's the NAACP. Joshua Harris, Tessa. Y'all had this. See Joshua Harris from the NAACP? The Civilian Review Board? Yeah. So we don't have no misunderstandings. I'm an activist in Baltimore. I'm an activist as activist. I picked up the baton that Martin Luther King left. Talking about occupying the courts, Public Accommodations Act. That's what we're going to do. That's the ACLU. That's me too. That's my file number. Elijah Cummings, a biography. Well, Elijah Cummings got my paperwork. So does Kwasi and Fume. We talking about Dred Scott. That's what I want. The Supreme Court. We're going to revisit Dred Scott. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? I'm a free man. And I'm going to show other people how to be free. You feel me? That's Eric Holder, the Department of Justice. That's Brown Ullman, 2014. That's October 2014. 2014? 2014. You the Attorney General now. You got to turn over this evidence. You can't use your position of power to block an investigation. You feel me? I'm a free black man. I'm not a Palestinian. You feel me? I'm a free black man. Frederick Douglass is my mentor. Harriet Tubman. You feel me? And we talking about the money you make. Taunting, a staunch supporter of slavery. The court's majority opinion. Scott was black and was not a citizen. Therefore, he had no right to property or to sue. There go the case right there. Case number 0804. You feel me? That's the case number. Feel me? Baltimore County Police Department, 700 Joppa Road. See who it is? Baltimore States Attorney Bernstein. All material. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, 2010. All on film. Exposing Governor O'Malley and States Attorney Schellenberger during the 2010 election cycle. 211 material videos. You feel me? That's certified. Notarized. That's Charles Gibson from World News Tonight in New York. See the case? All materials and videos sent to Mr. Gibson from the plaintiff. That's notarized. Baltimore Senator Barbra Mikulski. You feel me? Federal grand jury request. Got that? Baltimore Judge Pearson. All right. North Calvert Street. Subpoenaed. Judge Pearson. All evidence. Mr. McGee, Director of Parole and Probation. Baltimore. Like I said, we're talking about the 4th Amendment. We're talking about the 8th Amendment. We're talking about the 6th Amendment. No person shall be held to answer for infamous crimes unless on the precinct of an indictment of the grand jury. All right? Property without, no, it says here about my property. All right? Deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law. You took a truck, you took a computer, and you sold my truck and my computer and destroyed the computer before I even went to trial. That's a violation of the 5th Amendment, the 1st Amendment, the 5th Amendment, the 4th Amendment, the 8th Amendment. Excessive bail. You had me at $1 million bail. Remember? No bail. And I didn't do nothing. I'm an activist. These are the criminal charges. Like I said, I'm an activist in Baltimore. The best of the best. That's the juror ID number. Respectfully request the grand jury, Senate Bill 374, as a private citizen. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. Governor Westmore, what are you going to do? No one left behind. I'm not a Palestinian. I'm an American. I'm a veteran. I'm an activist. And I'm not a criminal. Scott Shellenberger is. You got 52 members of the Democratic Party that participated in this. Republicans and Democrats. Judges, lawyers, and politicians that get paid off the war on drugs. So in 2023, 2024, I get exoneration or we go to the Supreme Court. That's President Biden. You the governor. Executive, legislative, and judicial branches of the government. I'm a citizen. I'm not a Palestinian.